Have you ever opened up a spreadsheet and just frozen? You're staring at that giant grid of empty boxes, and it's just a lot. If that sounds familiar, then you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to take all that mystery out of Excel with 5 super simple tips that are going to make a world of difference. And that's our whole game plan. We're not trying to become Excel wizards overnight. Nope, we're just going to focus on 5 key skills that are really the foundation for everything else. You get these down, and I promise you'll be off to an amazing start. You know, let's just say it out loud. Excel fear is a real thing. That blank sheet, all those columns and rows, it honestly feels like it's staring right back at you, just waiting for you to click the wrong thing. And I really want you to hear this. It is not just you. But by the end of our time here, you're going to see that grid less as a source of fear and more like a powerful sidekick. We are flipping the script from fear to function, and we're starting right now. Okay, this is where the magic really starts. I mean, the whole point of a spreadsheet is to get it to do the heavy lifting for you, right? And that all begins with formulas. So let's make the computer do all the math. First up, we've got the absolute rock star of Excel, the sum function, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It adds stuff up. Doesn't matter if you've got 2 numbers or 2,000 of them, sum is going to be your best friend. And look how simple the language is. Every single formula in Excel starts with that equal sign. Think of it as a signal to Excel that says, hey, wake up, it's time to do some math. Then you've got the function name, sum, followed by parentheses. And inside, you're just telling it which cells to add, like, hey, grab everything from cell A1 all the way down to A10. And that's literally it. In practice, it's just a couple of clicks. You can type it out, sure, but you can also just click the auto sum button, which is even easier. Either way, you get your answer instantly. How great is that? All right, let's keep that momentum going with our next function. What if you need to find the average grade on a test, or the average price of something? Well, the average function has got your back. It just finds the mean of any numbers you pointed to. Now, here is the really cool thing about Excel. Once you learn how one formula works, you kind of know how they all work. Does this look familiar? It's the exact same structure as the sum function we just did. All you do is swap out sum for average and you are good to go. Yep, it's the same exact process. Highlight your numbers, type out the formula, hit enter, and bam, there's your average. And just like that, you've already got 2 of the most common Excel functions totally under your belt. Okay, so formulas are awesome for calculations, but what about just dealing with all your data, especially when your spreadsheets start getting bigger and bigger? Well, these next couple of tips are all about putting you back in control of what you're looking at. The filter is going to be your secret weapon whenever you're staring at a wall of information. Instead of scrolling for what feels like forever, a filter lets you instantly sort everything alphabetically, or, and this is the cool part, show only the rows you care about, like sales from just one specific month. And turning it on could not be easier. Seriously. Just click anywhere inside your table of data, head up to that Data tab at the top, and click the big Filter button. Then you'll see these little drop-down arrows pop up on your headers, and from there you can slice and dice your data however you want. So much better. Oh, this is a classic. We have all been there. You're scrolling way down a huge list and poof, your headers are gone. You're left wondering, wait, is column F the price or the quantity? It's so frustrating, but with Freeze Top Row, those titles stay locked right where you can see them. One click solves one of the most annoying things in Excel, and everything stays perfectly clear. All right, it's time to level up. We've tackled math, we've tackled navigation. Now, let's get our spreadsheet to actually start making decisions for us. This, my friends, is where you start to feel like you have superpowers. Now really, think about that. What if it could look at a number for you, and based on that number, automatically give it a label, saving you a ton of time and cutting down on mistakes? Well, spoiler alert, it can. Let me introduce you to the IF function. At its heart, it's just a simple test. You're basically asking Excel a yes or no question, and then you tell it what to do for each answer. You know, if this thing is true, then do this. But if it's false, do this other thing instead. Let's just translate this from Excel speak into plain English. The first part, the test, is just asking, hey Excel, is the number in cell A1 bigger than or equal to 50? Then you see those commas, they separate the pieces. The next part, pass, is what you want it to show if the answer is true. And that last part, fail, is what it'll show if the answer is false. So it's always just a simple 3-part recipe. First, What's the question you're asking? Second, what do you want to happen if the answer is yes? And third, what should happen if the answer is no? It's that simple logic that unlocks some seriously powerful automation down the road. And would you look at that? Just a little while ago, you were staring at a blank grid, and now you're armed with a whole set of powerful tools. So let's do a quick recap of everything you've just added to your personal skill set. See, this isn't just a random list of 5 things anymore. This is your new starter toolkit for Excel. You can crunch numbers, you can navigate huge lists without getting lost, and you can even get your spreadsheet to make simple decisions for you. That is a massive leap forward. And that's honestly the whole secret. Excel isn't hard because it's impossible. It's hard because we try to learn everything all at once. The real path to getting good is just building a solid foundation with the essentials. And that is exactly what you just did. So that really just leaves us with one last question. You've got the skills now. You can start organizing your info, tracking data, maybe even build a simple budget. The fear is gone and function is here to stay. So what are you going to build first?